One day there was yellow, a window, and shadows, and a curtain. Then the curtain was gone. The shadows were gone. Then the window, the yellow, was gone. This poem popped into my head one day, sitting in my bedroom, looking at the shadows on my curtains. I love that room. It puts me in mind of a small ditty that my daughter wrote when she was very young. Amazes me, actually. It said, "I never go back there. I know that it will always be the same." Where the heck she even got it from, I don't know, but I've never forgotten the words. The feeling it gives me of peace and desolation. I picture an abandoned old house, small and derelict, once a home with children and meal time and coffee and toast and love and dreams. Curtains blow now, once white and bright yellow, in dirty broken windows that once were clean and shining with the sun. Now a beige blend, no lines defining. Dirt is everywhere now, dishes abandoned, as if someone left in a hurry. You wonder how it is that someone could abandon a house and leave the dishes dirty on the table. It's summer, warm. The bees and grasshoppers are making a low buzz in the tall grass. She stands in the door, looking in. Or is she looking out? She remembers for a minute, then she leaves, never to come back again. I finally told him that he was no friend of mine. Friends don't do what he did to me, and he will go all the way for the end of time, insisting that he did nothing. That's part of the angst, the frustration. They don't see you, can't see you, never did, never could. In the end, the final end, that's what it came down to. My finally being real with him. And all that he wanted to know, in the end, is if I missed him. Because that's all that really matters to him. All that keeps him from ceasing to exist. Because it will always be the same. I feel the rip, even reading it again now, but I am glad. Because I am feeling it all again now. And I wonder, is this it? Is this the reason that I was chosen? Because they knew that I have so much trouble leaving, that I can so easily become attached to anything that looks good, that looks safe, that looks like home, any home where I can belong. So much so that even reading this melancholy little piece gives me a feeling in my stomach, makes me sad. And I wonder now, as I think of that story that she wrote, was it a message for me from the past to the future? It is so fitting, so huge in its message today. It is what will be the savior of my life, this message. Never go back there. You know that it will always be the same. I even look back at my own poem, written so early in the relationship. It is so complete, so true. Today as I read it, everything is gone. The peace, the hope, the person that believed in all of those things, even the room, gone. If I could write this so early on, why did I stay so long, hoping? We always ask ourselves this question. It was a quiet going this time, like a whisper inside. Maybe that is the best kind. One day, I realize that I am alive again, not some dead thing waiting for a bone anymore. When I first started sliding, I remember saying to myself, never forget who you are. Never thinking for a moment that I would or could ever forget. Then I forgot. I was so far gone. What I was some far-off place that I could barely comprehend. It evades me still, although I trudge steadily forward, hoping to get back. Never forget who you are. If you still know, don't lose that. Hold on to it like it is worth your life, because it is. Now I know that I deserve a good life, that I'm a good person, that people do exist who will break you, that I can be broken, that I will never wait and see what happens again, because what can happen can be very bad. I will never go there again, that this was not a one-up deal. It can happen an ending if you aren't very careful, because the world is full of them. Not just one, many, as it turns out. I have learned, finally, to leave upon the first signs, however disappointing. There are always signs that you ignore at first. I will be strong enough now to leave, or not even waste my time on fantasy ever again. I have found out now how much I have to lose, how much I have, how important it is, how important I am, if only to myself. And that is enough. In fact, it is a treasure. In fact, it is everything. If you are walking down this road, it is real. It can get worse, almost always gets worse, damages you in some way that you don't deserve to be damaged. And you can have better, deserve to have better, can give better if you just walk away now. Even if you have to force your footsteps, you almost certainly will have to force your footsteps. Just walk away and keep walking. There is a better horizon out there for you somewhere that is not here, waiting right now for you. I used to try to explain to him what he was doing to us. I pictured a beautiful ice cream sundae, one with everything that you could possibly want on it, having it handed to you with a fresh, steaming heap of crap all over it. They will take this steaming bowl and candy coat the entire thing, place it in a new clean bowl, paint an entirely new picture that never happened, that is surface only, that is for illustration purposes only. Thought that I was going to the hospital today to see my dad. He is dying. It hits me harder than I thought that it would. That space that there is no getting out of, at least not today. And I see more and more how lucky I am to even breathe today, to move, to have hopes, color my house, my kids, my pets, the snow outside, the windows, the mess, the job, the dinner I just ate, the book, all of it, every minute that is me now. Still, there is nothing that will stop time, nothing that will bring any one bit of it back, nothing that will stop it, the end of it, even for me, someday. Forge ahead, be still. In the moment that you have been gifted now, nothing is forever. Nothing.